A lot of people ask me the origin story of Kush Corals, so I'm going to give you a little quick rundown right here on how it all started. First, I just got a fish tank, thought I would get me a bunch of ladies. I was a young man living in my mom's basement, and I said, if I get an aquarium, they might think this is an episode of Cribs, and he's doing something with his life. Turns out fish tanks don't get the ladies yet. Grew up around hustlers, gangbangers, dope dealers. And while I might have pushed a little bit of trees myself, I wanted to turn my hustle into something legit. I was already spending all my money at the fish store anyways, so I figured I might as well get a job here. Maybe I could slang some stuff to people who work here, learn some stuff about my hobby, maybe get some discounts. Well, I was just going along singing a song for quite a while, and I started to get a little bit older. Worked at a couple of fish stores. I worked at a super high volume store in the south side of Chicago, and I was there for about 8 years. Started to get a little bit older and ask myself, where am I going to be in 10 years, 20 years? When I asked the owner, it didn't really sound too promising. So I said, I really got to figure this out on my own. And believe it or not, in a mushroom trip, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Kush corals, reefer, stress puffin, flower dealer. The whole vision came to me. And it basically, whatever that was, it told me your life's purpose is Kush corals. So I started a Facebook page showing off my corals while I was working at the aquarium store, started selling more corals. I set up a deal with the owner there where I would sell corals, he would get half, I would get half. It got to the point where I made way more money than I was getting paid by the hour there. So it did him a favor because I basically paid for myself. So I said, if I'm splitting this with him, if I just go and do this on my own, I'll probably be fine. I ended up investing in a aquarium cleaning company called Chicagoland Aquariums. I turned it from like 12 clients to like 25, 30 clients. Got a little tiny store, 800 square feet to work out of, and opened that up to the public. Started blowing up on Facebook. When groups became a thing, we were doing a lot of auctions. Ended up moving across the street to a huge building, an 8,000 square foot mega superstore. Was there for a few years and I didn't own the building, I just rented. And the landlord sold the building to my town. The town had a surplus of money. They bought the building. I don't know what they bought it for, some meetings or something. So at that point, I had to make a decision. Jackie and I decided to go all in on the internet. We're going to close down the store. When we give the keys back to the landlord, we're not going to open a new store to the public. We are just going to focus online. So after a ton of stress, contracts with multiple houses, this is like around little bit after COVID time where people were offering $20,000 over asking price and you were getting rejected. We finally settled on one place. We looked around here and the real estate agent, he said, I'll let you guys talk about it. I said, we don't even need to talk about it. I already know what she's thinking. This place is amazing. So we moved into our home. We took everything that we had while we were still running the company through the old store, built some tanks here in the basement, built the studio that you see me in right now, and never looked back. And it was after we moved in here that I earned the name, the $1 Million Coral Boy. We did $1 million in sales our first year doing it on our own and not having the store to worry about, just focusing online. And now this is our third year in this location and it's just been going amazing. And I just wanted to tell you guys the backstory to Kush Corals. One of the biggest changes was when I met Jackie. I told her to quit her job and come work with me. The next day, Facebook banned our group that we were doing all of our auctions in. So with my building being sold, my Facebook group being deleted, I learned that you cannot rely on anything except yourself and the things that you own. So we've always tried to not be married to one platform. That's why you see us on Twitch and Telegram and TikTok and all that stuff. It's been an amazing journey. I feel like I'm just getting started. This is something I want to pass down to my kids, at least the knowledge. If they don't want to do the corals, that's fine. But in the next 10 years, I just want to see us keep growing, the community getting bigger, the streams getting bigger, giveaways getting crazier, and being able to spend all this time with my family working from home and with all of you on the stream that I've become really good friends with. It's just been such a blessing. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's ever followed Kush Corals. We just lost our Facebook page. Since 2011, I worked on that page. I have tons of conversations with people and posts that I'll never get back. So if you could go like our new page, that would be awesome. And make sure you check out KushCorals.com. Join the email list because everything is changing in 2026. We have some huge announcements coming in 2026. Can't really tell you too much, but I can tell you that the next big stream is the day before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving stream. We'll be doing giveaways every 30 minutes on stream, and you'll be getting ready to eat that turkey. So that's a little short version of the Kush Corals story. Hope you enjoyed it. On to the next 10 years.